welcome to MegoMuseum's Vintage Mego. This week's installment, we're heading back to the 23rd century and talking about one of the most iconic and rare Star Trek pieces Mego ever produced, the Mission to Gamma 6 playset. So, as always, the backstory. Mego picked up the Star Trek license in 1974 for $5,000 and turned it into millions by Christmas 1975 with their range of action figures that was accompanied by the Bridge playset, which, thanks to its wonderful transporter gimmick, was something kids really wanted. The line would have another stellar year in 1976 when Star Trek merchandise equated to 33% of all sales. So in 1977, it came back for its third season, which, by the way, is the benchmark for a successful toy line, with new characters, electronic toys and games, and a shiny new playset.
Captain's log, stardate 5122-6, on a mission to Gamma 6. Spock, Bones, Scotty, and I beamed down, not knowing what to expect. We approached the idol. Its jaws were moving. Suddenly, 5 Lilliputians appeared, each attached to the other. The aliens placed themselves in front of the idol. Strange animals tried to grab us. Bones was trapped in a man-eating plant. Suddenly, the floor gave way. I was in the cave. The Lilliputians were friendly. Mission to Gamma 6 was a success.
The Mission to Gamma 6 playset was the next logical step for Star Trek play. You had the bridge to get you to the alien environment. You should then produce an alien environment. Based on the god Vol from the classic series episode The Apple, while that episode is not an example of Star Trek at its very best, it has one of the most memorable planetscapes in the series, and certainly the most toy-like. Tasked with turning this environment into a fun toy, the designers at Mego took artistic license.
Turn down for what?
And they added a series of fun, battery-free gimmicks to the playset to try and catch some of that magic they had with the Star Trek Bridge playset 2 years earlier. So, the set not only has an 18-inch replica of Vol with a movable jaw and glow-in-the-dark eyes, but also a Gamma 6 plant trap to capture your figures. There is a secret trap door that leads to the subterranean cave dwelling, a clutching cave glove creature. This is an especially clever idea for the toy, and one that would later become one of the main selling features of Coleco's Sectars line. The set also included 4 colorful alien creatures made out of PVC. These diminutive characters had pegs in their hands so they could climb the playset. While not based on any specific Star Trek characters, 2 of the aliens do look like a mashup of the Andorians with the natives from the Apple episode on which this set was based. All in all, this set is Mego firing on all cylinders and trying to make a fun toy that resembles the Star Trek item. The Gamma 6 playset was a good seller for Mego, but it would only get 1 year on the market. This begs the question of why. According to sales reports, even though Star Trek sales dipped a little in 1977, they still brought in nearly $20 million in sales. Marty Abrams has stated in interviews that they had more Alien figures planned for 1978. But when the Mego launched their 1978 catalog, there was only one Star Trek toy in it, the Phaser II battle game. So why did Mego pull the plug so hastily? Well, the answer is Paramount, who announced Star Trek the Motion Picture in March of 1978. In an interview, Marty Abrams stated, "The Star Trek movie was in pre-production and the studio wanted us to back off toys to allow space before the movie premiered." Mego was anticipating that this would be the next Star Wars and killed a successful and profitable toy line in anticipation. Abrams also added some gift. The big screen version cost us a small fortune. So yeah, the Gamma 6 playset and the second series Aliens got a particularly short shelf life, and thus making the supply limited and the demand high, and we all know how that goes. Adding to that, Mission to Gamma 6 was only sold in the United States. It didn't even make its way to Canada, so there's a very limited supply of them out there. As a side note, Mego did try to reuse the Gamma 6 molds in a Buck Rogers line 3 years later as the Draconian Fortress. Buyers weren't interested. It's too bad. I think this set is actually really great for 3 3/4 inch action figures. This is our look at what I think is one of the coolest playsets ever made. Do you agree with me? Or tell me your favorite Mego playset in the comments below, in our Facebook group Megomania, or on our forums at MegoMuseum.com. Thank you as always for watching. If you are new to this, I hope you will consider hitting like and subscribe. This is what we do every week. Until next time, take care, have fun with your toys, and be well.